Hey, are you confident your money is really safe? Most people think they are until it's too late. Before we jump in today, take 15 seconds to answer 6 quick questions, and I'll tell you if you might be a target for scammers or not. Just keep track of how many times you answer yes or maybe. Okay, first question. Do you leave your phone on Wi-Fi when you're out in public? Second one. Did you ever throw away mail, junk bills, catalogs, even bank statements without shredding them? Third, are third-party cookies still running on your devices? Next, do you use your regular email for financial accounts instead of a special encrypted one? Fifth, do you type your password every time or just let your browser save them? And last question, your credit report is probably not frozen. Yes or no? Okay, if you said yes, maybe, or not sure to 2 or more questions, you might already be on a thief's radar. So what is identity theft? It is when someone steals your personal information without your permission. They can borrow money, drain your bank account, or even hit your retirement savings. Here's the crazy part. In 2024, there are over 1.1 million identity theft reports in the US, with $47 billion lost to scams. Over 30% of Americans have been ripped off in the past 12 months, and 38% have experienced fraud at some point in their lifetime. Even celebrities like Tyler Woods, Oprah Winfrey, and Warren Buffett aren't safe. The good news, you can protect yourself. Knowledge is your best shield. In this video, I'm going to show you 8 simple things you can do to protect your money and your identity. By the end, you will know exactly how to stay safe online. And hey, if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss these life-saving tips. Okay, tip number 1, use a separate email for your money. If you're using the same email for everything, bank accounts, retirement accounts, credit cards, subscriptions, online shopping, even your kids' school accounts, you're basically putting all your eggs in one basket. Your inbox gets packed with emails every day. One wrong click on a shady link, and boom, your email could be compromised. Here's the fix. Create a dedicated email just for your sensitive accounts, banking, retirement, medical portals, taxes, anything that touches your money or personal information. And don't use this email for your everyday stuff. No social media, no dating apps, no newsletters or online shopping. Keep it clean and focused. Now, when setting up this dedicated email, think encryption. Encryption scrambles your messages so only the person you're sending to can read them. This keeps hackers and snoops out. There are 2 main types of encryption, TLS encryption and end-to-end encryption. For TLS encryption, it protects emails while they travel, but once they reach the recipient server, anyone with access there could read them. Think of it like sending a package with a protective wrapping that keeps it safe in transit. Once it arrives at the recipient's mailbox, the wrapping is removed and anyone with access to that mailbox could see what's inside. Most big email providers like Gmail, Outlook, and Yahoo automatically use this. For end-to-end encryption, only you and the recipient can read the email. Not even the email provider can peek. Think of it like sending a letter in a locked box that only you and the recipient have the key to. ProtonMail and TunaNota use this. If you want extra security, go end-to-end encrypted. It's like keeping your money in a private safe instead of tossing it in a regular mailbox. Whichever you decide to go with, there are also some extra tips to stay safe. First, go directly to your bank's website. Don't click links in emails, even if they look real. Phishing scams are everywhere. Second, log out after using financial accounts on shared or public devices. Don't leave the door open for hackers. Tip number 2, protect your data on public Wi-Fi. Public Wi-Fi might feel convenient, but it's a hacker's playground. Most public networks are unencrypted, which means anyone on the same network could see what you're doing online. Passwords, emails, banking info, everything. Some networks even inject fake pop-ups or malware into your traffic. Click the wrong one and suddenly your device is compromised and your credentials stolen. So here's the rule. Don't log into sensitive accounts on public Wi-Fi. Cafes, airports, hotels, even if the network asks for a password. No payments, no financial transactions, nothing important. Leaving your phone on Wi-Fi can also be risky. Your device might automatically connect to a Wi-Fi set up by a hacker. Hackers might even create fake hotspots like free airport Wi-Fi that look totally legit. Connect and they can intercept everything you send. If you must use public Wi-Fi, use a VPN instead, a virtual private network. Here's a simple way to think about it. The internet is like sending postcards through the mail. Normally, anyone handling your postcards, hackers, ISPs, the public network can read it. A VPN is like putting that postcard in a locked envelope. Only the recipient can read it. Everyone else just sees a scrambled, unreadable mess. When choosing a VPN provider, you want something reputable like ExpressVPN, NordVPN, or ProtonVPN. Downside, your internet might be a little slower because traffic is rerouted through the VPN server. But honestly, slower is way better than having your data stolen. Tip 3. Strengthen your password. First thing first, the basics. Never use the same password for everything. Every account should have its own, and update them every now and then. Old passwords get cracked fast. Also, forget the easy stuff. Even a password with 6 to 7 characters and a number can be hacked in seconds. A strong password should be 12 to 16 characters, completely random, no pets, kids' names, or favorite teams, and a mix of uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and symbols. But here's the thing, even with strong password, typing them manually isn't completely safe. A successful phishing attack could install software that tracks your keystroke and clipboard information. That's where passport managers come in. Apps like LastPass, 1Password, Bitwarden, Dashlane, or Keeper can store all your passwords, generate strong ones, and even autofill them for you. You only need to remember one master password to access everything. The pros, super convenient, keeps passwords strong and unique. The cons, some services require paid plans, and if someone gets your master password, they get everything. We want the pros of password managers, but not the cons. So here's the fix. First, regularly backup your encrypted vault, offline or in secure cloud storage. Second, use a long random master password, no patterns. Third, choose a password manager with zero knowledge encryption, like Bitwarden or Dashlane, so even the company cannot see your passwords. Fourth, enable two-factor authentication for extra protection. And that brings us to the next tip, lock it down with two-factor authentication. Password alone aren't enough. They can be hacked, guessed, or stolen. That's why you need multi-factor authentication, or MFA. It's like adding a second lock to your digital door. Even if someone gets your password, they still can't get in without the second factor. Here's how it works. Instead of just something you know, which is your password, MFA also asks for something you have, like your phone or a verification app, and something you are, like your fingerprint or Face ID. So let's take a closer look at the most common two-factor authentication or 2FA methods. First, email. Some websites send a one-time code or login link to your email. Easy to use, but if your email gets hacked, both layers are gone. It's the weakest type of 2FA, but still better than nothing. Second, SMS codes. They're quick and convenient. You get a 6-digit code on your phone, but beware, scammers can hijack your number. Third, authenticator apps like Google Authenticator or Authy. They're much safer. They generate new codes every 30 seconds and even work offline. Just remember to back them up in case you lose your phone. Next, push notifications. You just tap approve on your phone. Fast, secure, and convenient. Just don't approve anything suspicious. There are also hardware security keys like YubiKey. They are the gold standard. You plug it in and tap it, and that's it. Nearly impossible to hack remotely. Downsides, they can be lost, and not every website supports them. Lastly, we have biometrics, fingerprints or Face ID. They're super convenient and hard to fake, but security depends on how strong your device sensors are. If you want maximum security, combine methods. For example, use a hardware security key like YubiKey with your password manager and any financial accounts that support it, and use an authenticator app for other online logins. This way, even if someone steals your password through phishing or buys it from a data breach, they still cannot log in without that second factor. Next tip, browse smart. Cookies aren't just for eating. They're tiny files that track what you do online, what sites you visit, what you click, even what's in your shopping cart. Some cookies are helpful. They keep you logged in or remember your settings, but others, not so friendly. Scammers and advertisers can use them to track your online behavior and figure out your habits, like which banks or shopping platforms you use. That means they can target you with super convincing fake ads or phishing emails that look way too real. Worse, some cookies can even be hijacked by hackers to steal your personal information or data. So what can you do? You can either disable cookies in a few quick seconds following the steps here, or use private browsing mode, also called incognito mode. Private browsing doesn't save cookies or history after you close the window. Think of it like wearing a mask online. People can see you while you are there, but once you leave, no one remembers your face. It's not totally invisible, but it cuts down your digital footprint. Here's how to open incognito mode. If you use Chrome, Firefox, or Edge, click the three dots on top right, then click New Incognito window. For Safari on Mac and iPhone, iPad, you can find the full steps right here. Another tip, shred it. Don't let scammers piece your life together. Online privacy is just one part of the puzzle. Scammers dig through your trash too. That pile of mail on your counter, junk mail, old bills, catalogs, yeah, that's a gold mine for identity thieves. Even stuff that looks harmless can have personal information. Your name, address, account numbers, everything scammers need to piece together your identity. It's not just junk mail. Bank statements, credit card bills, tax forms, and medical papers are full of sensitive information. Even expired cards can reveal your name and number. So here's the rule. If it has your name on it, shred it. You want to use a cross-cut shredder. It's way safer than strip cut. You also want to shred right away. Don't let papers pile up. This next tip on my list is keeping an eye on your credit. Your credit report is like your financial report card. It shows every account opened in your name. So make it a habit to check it regularly. Pull your report, review it carefully, and make sure every account listed is something you actually opened, not something a scammer did. Now, if you want to take extra precautions, especially if you're not planning to apply for new credit anytime soon, consider freezing your credit. Freezing your credit means no one can open new accounts, loans, or credit cards under your name without your permission. It's one of the easiest and most effective ways to block identity thieves before they do damage. You can freeze your credit for free with all three major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, just by creating an online account with each of them. It only takes a couple of minutes. And don't worry, you can always temporarily lift the freeze when needed. For example, if you're applying for a new apartment or buying a car, you can unfreeze it for a specific date range, say 48 hours or 4 days, then freeze it back afterward. Best part, freezing or unfreezing your credit has no impact on your credit score. Last tip today is to monitor your accounts regularly. Scammers rarely go big right away. They'll often start with a tiny test charge, a few cents or $1, just to see if your card is still active. If you miss it, they know it's open season for bigger fraud later. That's why it's crucial to keep an eye on your accounts, your bank, credit cards, even investment accounts. Make it a habit to scan through your transactions at least every month. Look for anything that seems off, even small, weird charges you don't recognize. And here's an easy win. Turn on real-time alerts for transactions and logins. Most banks and apps let you get an instant notification every time money moves or someone signs in. That instant ping gives you precious time to act fast before the scammers can do more damage. So those are the 8 things you can do to protect your money and your identity. The smarter you get about scams, the harder it is for scammers to get you. And honestly, you are already ahead of the game just by watching this video. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button because I've got more videos coming with great tips like this. Stay sharp, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.